Baby, you're a stitch man. Baby, you're a stitch man. Baby, you're a stitch man. Duh. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Good morning, FLOSSTUBE. It is a great morning this morning. I am well rested. I'm wired. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to party. I'm ready to just dive right into it. I'm way less hairy than normal. I don't have nearly as much facial hair as I normally do, and it's kind of weirding me out, but I'm just going to try to ignore that. Plow forward anyway. I got some comments on my last video from some friends and from some strangers and from my wife. We're like, remember back in the old days when you used to get drunk on camera all the time? Whatever happened to that? And I was just like, I don't know. I mean, do people miss that? Because far be it for me to deny the people what they want. So it's first thing on a Friday morning right now, and I've already had one. I'm very much willing and prepared to have a couple more. Tall Ship is what this one's called. I bought this for no other reason than the label is blue. And it turns out it's actually pretty good. So, lesson learned, always judge a book by its cover, right? So it's Friday morning right now. It's cold, it's kind of rainy, it's gloomy, it's just the way I like it. It's beautiful. I was ready and willing and prepared to do this on Tuesday, but I kind of wasn't in the mood for it, even though I was ready for it. And also, I figured Chris is probably going to post his video on Tuesday like he always does. And who wants to compete with Chris, right? I mean, like, who needs that kind of hassle in their life? We all know that you would watch me first, but we don't need to rub it in his face, right? Let the poor guy have his moment. Now, if it was a mustache growing competition, that's different. That's something I could get behind. Huh? You love it. All right, how's everybody doing? How's everybody been? What's going on? Tell me all the things. It's been 3 weeks since the last time I sat here, which is longer than I wanted it to be, but whatever. I'm here now, and I'm ready to have fun now. So let's have fun. I hope you've had a good 3 weeks. I hope you got a lot of stitching done. I hope you've had a lot of fun. I hope you're doing all the things that you want to do. It's Thanksgiving weekend here in Canada. I know it's different in the States and other places. Do other places have Thanksgiving? I have no idea. I only know Canada. And I kind of know the States. You go Christmas shopping after Thanksgiving or something. I don't know. But here in New Brunswick, I have a little bit of a rant here before I get too started. COVID-related news. For the longest time, basically for the whole pandemic, we were doing so good. We were like, even when other places around us and around the world were just like going to shit, we were doing really good here in New Brunswick. And then about a month and a half ago, our premier just decided to pretend that there's no pandemic anymore and lifted all restrictions, no masks, no nothing. Let's all just get back to normal. And what do you think happened? Everything just went to shit. And like, who could have predicted? I mean, who could have predicted that something like that would have happened? Who, I ask you, who would have predicted? Here in New Brunswick, where I live, we just recently lifted our COVID restrictions basically to like back to what it was before there was a pandemic, which I think is a little bit of a mistake. Like, I know we're doing really well, but like, it's not like it doesn't exist anymore. So I don't know what's going on or what they're thinking. Anyway, it's really frustrating because now it's Thanksgiving and everybody wants to get together and have turkey with their families or whatever the hell people do. And we're all locked down in a state of emergency again. Completely unnecessarily. If we would have just not pretended that it was all over, we would have just continued on doing fine. And I don't want to sound like, some kind of like crazy drunken conspiracy nut to like, oh, the government and all they care about is big oil and money and all this kind of nonsense. But right before he lifted all the restrictions and pretended that everything was back to normal, we had a bunch of events coming up here in New Brunswick, like New Brunswick Day celebrations and summertime things, and a really big thing called the Harvest Jazz and Blues Festival, which is a major thing for the city and would have been like, they would have lost a lot of money to cancel that. They didn't want to cancel that. So, I mean, we had all of the things and everybody did all of the things, and like now we're paying for it and everybody's getting sick again, and like I don't know, it just feels like our premier is like basically the real life version of the mayor from Jaws. You know, like we know there's a shark out there eating people, but we need your money in the summer. So like it was a boating accident, wasn't it? Let's keep the beaches open.
I'm only trying to say that Amity is a summer town. We need summer dollars.
Anyway, enough of that. That's what's going on here. No going to my mom's house for turkey this weekend. Other than that, everything's been great. So let's get going and let's have fun. Look at this. Look at this. I've barely even gotten started and this is empty already. What's a boy to do? Oh wait, I came prepared. Look, there's another one right here. Thanks, me. I suppose before we really do anything else, we should probably get to the winner of the giveaway from last week, the Stitch Lady Melissa Everybody Loves Chocolate stitching that she did. Before I do that, this is a really good opportunity to do another segment that I did once before called Darcy Backpedals. I did that once before where I had to like backpedal about something stupid that I said, and I sang my own little song about it like I always do. And then after I did that and showed that, the amazing Kaylee from Kaylee CrossStitch sent me her own version of the Darcy Backpedal song, just in case the next time I need to backpedal, I could use that instead. And I could not wait for another opportunity for me to have said something stupid and need to backpedal, and here it is. So let's do it. Darcy Backpedals.
Darcy Backpedals.
I just wanted to make it clear because I don't think I made this clear the last time. I think I made it incredibly unclear that this is not like cursed or like there's nothing wrong with this, or this isn't like ew, like I look at this and I hate it or anything, like, which I think is the way that I made it sound. Like Melissa was looking at me as she was hearing me talk about it in my video, like what are you saying about this right now? Like nobody's gonna want this. They're gonna think that like it's haunted or something like that, like all the horrible things you're saying about it. No, it's just that for me, if it was one of my first things or my first big thing of this size, I'm a little bit more sentimental about stuff like this than she is, and she just doesn't have those sentimental, like I care that it's my first one and I want to hang on to it type feelings. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no bad feelings attached to it. There's no like, it's not going to haunt your house if you hang it on your wall or anything like that. It's just, she just doesn't love it the way, like, or like she's just not sentimental about like keeping it because it was her for no other reason. Like, what? You know what I'm, you know? Is it clear now?
Darcy Backpedals.
So I went to the random comment picker and I picked a winner right before I sat down here in this chair, and I took a screenshot of it. I'll put that like right here, probably right here. Bing, right here. Janet Doucette. Janet has been a regular viewer of mine and has commented on lots of my stuff. And so like, not that that makes a difference, but like, thank you. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy the thing. I'll send a box of chocolates or something along with it, or whatever you like. Like tell me what you like or what you don't like. Are you allergic to nuts or something? I don't know. I don't want to kill you. So I'll send you something that you like. I'll comment on your comment. We'll get in touch somehow. And congratulations, you got a Stitch Lady chocolate thing and a box of chocolates, and we're not going to do this again until who knows when. Yay! One quick shout out that I wanted to do this week before I get into stitching stuff is hang on. Oh my god, that's good. Where was I? What am I doing? Abby, whose channel is called The Crafted Zen. I've been really enjoying her videos so far. I think she's got 3 so far. I don't even remember how I came across her. I think maybe Mandy from Homegrown and Handmade, I'm fine, was talking about her. And so I checked her out, and I really like her. She's got 3 videos so far. She's doing the cryptid style that you've been seeing everywhere, and it's looking really good. She's doing a whole lot of other awesome things too, and she's fun to watch. She's fun to listen to. She's doing a lot of great things. You should go check her out. I'm going to link her below. She's from Chicago. She's got that awesome Chicago accent. You know, I'm a sucker for a good accent, so I didn't have anything written down to say about her other than her name. But Abby, Crafted Zen, 3 videos, awesome channel from Chicago. Add her to the list of noteworthy people from Chicago. Who we got? Who's from Chicago? Al Capone. Al Capone's henchman. I don't know. Worst shout out ever. Sorry about that. She's really good. I really like Abby. Hey, I had a cat named Chicago when I was growing up. He had white feet. So we named him after the Chicago White Sox. Look, there he is. No, Chicago. I miss him. Okay, now time for some excitement. What was it again? Hang on. Stitch Lady Melissa and our son Ethan both have stitching progress to show this week. So they sat down and did a little video together. And I think it's a lot of fun. And one thing before I show it to you, I did get called out on a lot last time was when Melissa was doing her thing and she kept saying, Stitchman will insert a picture of this here, and Stitchman will insert a picture of this so you can see it better. And I didn't do any of that. I didn't think anybody would notice. And a lot of people noticed and called me out on it. So I just wanted to tell you, don't you worry. Don't you worry. Anything that needs to be inserted this time is going to be inserted. You need not worry about that. Do you hear that? Do you hear that? That's the sound of Noah giggling. All right, let's do it. Let's get to it.
Oh wait, we wanted to start with over there. Hi, FLOSSTUBE.
Hi.
So this is weird. We've never done this before, him and I sitting together. I feel like I need to talk to him and not you. And he just keeps laughing at me, so. Anyway, we have some stitchy fun to show you today. Ethan was doing some cross-stitching before and took a break from it for a little while, but he's back into it now, and he's doing really good with it. I'll let him go through his own stuff, and then I'll talk about my stuff. So do you want to go first?
This is my first ever real stitching that I have done by myself.
All right. There you go. It's not focusing. There we go. Money shot. Okay. So.
It was like, do you know like, sometimes there's like little stitchings that you do, and they're like a drawn picture on the, like, what do you call it?
It was a pre-printed
Yeah.
pattern.
So I just stitched over that.
Mm-hmm. And then show them this.
I stitched. Where was it?
Well, you can show them the front of this, and then Dad can import. He better import an actual picture of it.
He
Show
better
them- just show them
import. He
the front of
better
it.
import the pictures.
The actual book.
This is the
Just do this.
this is the cover to the book. This is the stitching that I made.
Not quite done yet.
Yeah, it's not done, but there's an ear left. That's it. And there is another one that we found on Etsy.
Oh, yeah.
There was a Pokemon one with, I'm sure you guys don't know who who Pikachu, Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle are, but they're Pokemon, and it has I Choose You in the middle.
Yeah, it's really cute. Maybe Stitchman will be so kind as to edit our video appropriately and actually pop in a picture of it. I'll send them to him this time so that he's well prepared and doesn't try to do it when I'm like sleeping tomorrow or something. Oh, well, I didn't have that. That was his excuse last time, you guys. He didn't have the pictures that I kept talking about. So instead of just waiting for me to send them, he just, I'll just post the video without it. Okay, what else did you want to talk about? That's your progress. Oh, did you want to talk about your green sparkle floss that you tried to use?
This green sticky floss is super annoying to use for stitching because I was using it and it was like everywhere.
Yeah, just it wouldn't. To be fair, I don't think it's actual floss.
Yeah.
Blending filament. So I'm not really sure what we're supposed to use this for. It's super pretty. And what were we thinking? We were thinking it was going to give the cat a really nice shimmer to her eyes, but it just ended up creating this huge mess. And we tried it with just one strand. We tried it with several strands. It was not happening. So
No.
So my turn. Are you gonna stay here while I do my part? Okay. So I'll show you some of my progress for my Weetch. I don't know. I haven't been using the hashtag Spooky Summer Sale because, I mean, we're not summer anymore. But whatever. Anyway, here's my progress for her. So this, I don't know what it looks kind of like a spider or actually, you know what it looks like? It looks like an octopus or something, but it's supposed to be a bat. This took forever. I don't know why. It's not that big, but like this, like goldeny yellow part here, just felt like it took forever. Anyway, I have a new start, and I am going to have to get Stitchman to pop in a photo, God forbid, of what it's going to look like in the end. But I started like a monthly, it's called a monthly sampler, but I don't know that it's actually a sampler. It's just kind of sort of sampler style. So this is what I have on it so far. This is going to be for the month of October. So it's like really beautiful fall colors. This color right here, this red, I've never used it before. Oh my goodness. It's my new favorite thing. I love it. It's so pretty. And on the, when you turn it upside down, it looks like eyes right now. And they're like, oh. It looks like my 13-year-old, the face that he always gives to me.
Yeah, and there was
And now that I'm doing this, though, I feel like I should have maybe done November this month so that I could put it up for November and then keep doing it a month ahead. But I don't know, whatever. Oh, yeah, I got Stitchy Kindness in the mail, you guys. Hey, guys, I got Stitchy Kindness. So it's from Amber from Rogue Mama Stitcher. And she sent me some fabric from her favorite company. It's blue fabric. I haven't even taken it out yet. I'm so excited to use it though. But it's like, I don't know if that's gonna pick up on camera. Oh, there, a little bit. There's a little bit of a shimmer to it. There's sparkle in there. It's really pretty. And she put stickers on it. And then this one, oh my goodness. Look at that. It's almost like a tie-dye effect. Like, it's so pretty. This lighting is not doing it justice either. I don't have anything else really on the go right now. My Aries is still on the back burner. I'm not really doing anything with that right now. My kitty cat's done. My witch is almost done. Started this one. I'm super excited to see what Jacob from Modern Folk Embroidery is going to do for his stitch along next year, because I think he mentioned it might be a slightly small, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, so I'm just excited to see what he's going to introduce, because I think I want to jump on board with that one.
Speaking of Jacob and Modern Folk Embroidery,
Here we go.
I've been wanting to say this for a long time on FLOSSTUBE. Like, I know this is my first day, but first video, but I've been wanting to go on it and say, I love his accent.
Who's your favorite FLOSSTUBER? He's supposed to say his dad. But it's not. It's not me either. I'm not a FLOSSTUBER. I'm just I'm like a barnacle, you know? I attach myself to Stitchman's.
I would have to say
FLOSSTUBER.
Either Jacob or Betsy.
Oh! So I think that's it for us. It was fun. Next time, maybe we'll eat candy and get us all hyper or something.
Show a clip of me doing this.
Can you imagine? Maybe we should have Stitchman in here with us next time.
Yeah.
Stitchman Dad! You want an entertaining FLOSSTUBE segment? Oh, there you go. Have all of us in one frame.
Don't tell him that Betsy and Jacob are my two favorites.
You broke my heart. You broke my heart.
Anyway, say thank you to the people.
Thank you.
Bye!
All right, time for my whips. And before I get into my normal stuff that you're used to seeing, I have something exciting and new and unexpected and something I haven't posted about or talked about. But I have it sitting here beside me, so I'm gonna show you and talk about it. It's something that I actually did for Betsy's Stupid Tumor Sal. Even though I'm late to the party, I'm at the party. So this is another thing that I would normally probably bug Kaylee to sing a little intro song for, but I don't know. I felt like she's done enough. I've done enough bothering her for a little while anyway. Maybe next time. So I sang my own, and that's just as good, right? me singing instead of Kaylee. No, it's not nearly as good, but that's what we have. So let's do it. Oh, I heard a rumor. Betsy has a tumor, so let's do something stupid and stitch it while we're pooping. Okay, so a little preamble to this. My friend of mine. Hang on. A friend of mine named Hillary, who used to look how nice and calm and professional I'm being now. A friend of mine named Hillary, who used to have a FLOSSTUBE channel called Rustic Threads, and there are rumors swirling around that she's going to come back and start doing it again. So watch out for that, because that's going to be awesome. But she's still active on Instagram, and I'll link that below if you want to follow her. Anyway, so Hillary took it upon herself to take the actual Stupid Tumor Sal that Betsy had picked out and condense it dramatically so that I wouldn't have an excuse to whine about not having time to fit other stuff in with all the other stuff that I'm going on. So she reduced it down to a manageable size and made it a little bit personal. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, well, I have no excuse now to not do it, and it's great. and it's only going to take me about a day. And like, so I jumped in right away. As soon as she sent it to me, like I dropped everything. I'm doing this now. And here it is. Look, isn't it cute? It says Stupid Tumor Sal right on it. It's got a couple of the motifs from the thing, you know, the thing, the initials here, Elizabeth Adelsley. What was her name? Elizabeth Adelsley. Sorry. Some of the motifs from that, it says Stupid Tumor Sal. It's got Betsy's initials. It's got my initials. It was a manageable size. It's something that I can do, so I don't like, hey, like let's all jump in and support Betsy with her Stupid Tumor Sal. And then like, I mean, you guys do it. You guys jump in and do it, not me though. I don't have to. Ain't anybody got time for that. So I'm glad that I got to do something and that I like it, and that's cool. I showed it to Betsy when it was all done, and Betsy said it's perfect except the bird needs to be pooping. And so there he is. The bird is pooping. That was Betsy's suggestion and Betsy's little addition, and I think that really completes it. So this was fun to do. I'm glad that I have a thing. I'm glad that I jumped in on the Stupid Tumor Sal, and I've got at least something to show for it. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I thought about maybe actually sending it to Betsy if she wants it, and then I thought maybe I should just get a little frame for it and hang it over my toilet or something like that. I don't know, something, but like I'm glad that I got to do it. It was fun to do. It's a nice little thing. It's a nice little commemorative Betsy poopy bird thing. And thank you to Hillary for being so thoughtful and for sending this to me and kicking my ass to, you know, you got to do something. So stop whining about it. And you're right. I did need to stop whining about it, and I did need to do something, and I'm glad I did. So thank you. All right. So next, I have nothing to show for Deck the Halls, even though I'm going to show it anyway. I purposely didn't work on this, even though it's October, because I didn't feel like by the time I finished what I was working on with my other thing, I didn't feel like I had time. I had time to start it, but I didn't have time to finish. I didn't think the whole thing. So I thought I could start it and show it and then start it and show it again or whatever, but like it's enough already, isn't it? So I just figured I'll just save it for next time, and then the whole thing will be done and I can just show it once, even though I'm still showing it now. Like, I guess I might as well have done something, but I didn't. All right, so actual real life whips. Chessie was looking just like last time for the longest time. Like it looked like I was only going to have one thing to show. Like, which whatever, it's fine. It's an awesome thing to show. But I finished the part of the Jacob Sal that I wanted to finish a couple of days ago. So I thought, well, in the meantime, I strongly considered picking up something else besides Chessie, but I did end up just settling back on Chessie again because I really just want to finish the page that I'm working on. So for the last couple of days, I've been working on Chessie. Let's take a look at where I was before.
This is what Chessie looked like last time you saw it. Darcy probably regrets asking me to do this.
And here's how much I got done. Pretty significant, even though it still looks exactly the same. It's pretty significant because I was like up around here a few days ago, or whenever I started this, 2-3 days ago. And I finished off this, and I did all of this row here, and I started down here. That's about 11 or 1,200 stitches in a couple of days. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Why are you telling me it's bad? It's not. So one thing about this is that it's just like, even Melissa, I showed it to Melissa, and she couldn't even tell what was different about it. And I know, because it's just gonna look like this the whole time. There's nothing but this. It's just, this gets a little bit bigger. But once I finish this, which is like at the rate that I'm going and like what I've got going on my other stuff, I actually don't think this is going to take that much longer. And once I finish this as a piece of the puzzle, when I unroll this and iron it and hold it up again, is going to look spectacular. So even though on its own it keeps just looking like the same thing over and over and over, I haven't had anything different with this since about like May or June. Once this is done and I take it out, then as a whole, that's going to be a pretty significant piece, and it's going to look awesome. So I do want to get this finished, and I think that I can do that at a lot quicker pace than I've been going. So that's pretty exciting, isn't it? I think so. This is, after this is page 4, and page 5 is like a half page, maybe even not quite a half page, and then the whole top row, which is like a third, like it's 15 pages, and that'll be the first 5 pages, will be done. And I think that I can do that pretty easily by December. And I started this last December. So like, there's part of me that thinks that took you a year, like in a year, that's all you did. But this plus all the other things that I did within that year to have that 33% finished, I'm actually, the more I thought about it, was kind of okay with that. Because if I keep going at that pace, it might take me 3 years total to finish it. But that's okay, because I'm going to give it to Dylan for his birthday or Christmas, whatever year I finish it. His birthday and Christmas are pretty close together. And so at that pace, he'll have just turned 5. And I think that's still pretty legitimate, where he would still be happy to have this. He wouldn't be like an angsty 12-year-old who doesn't care about this kind of stuff anymore, right? So I'm okay with that if I'm going at a pace where I'm going to finish it and it's going to take me two more years to finish it. I'd love to finish it faster than that, but if it takes me 2 years, I'm okay with that. The other thing I have to show, the most significant thing with the most significant progress, the Jacob Modern Folk Embroidery Sal. Where was I last time? Kaylee?
Fruits of plenty. That's the stitch along from Jacob of Modern Folk Embroidery. Stitchman Darcy. He is really going to catch up with this all, it's plain to see.
Check this out. I might not even be able to fit this all in if I don't stand up out of my chair, which I'm not going to do, but look at this. Oh, look at that. That's January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. All finished. And now look, it's only the first week of October, and it's October, and all I have left is October. What? Did I actually catch up? What happened there? How did I do that? So if you're following me on Instagram, you followed a little bit of my stress about which house to pick for the middle of the thing here, because Jacob gave a whole lot of different options, and I didn't know what I was going to do. I posted jokingly, I posted a picture of Hugh Laurie from House, because it's House, in case you didn't get the joke. The character he played was named House. So I posted a picture of Hugh Laurie here. And I actually strongly considered actually stitching a picture of Hugh Laurie. I've been noodling around with some CrossStitch software lately. What? I've been doing what? Time to expand the Stitchman empire into the next phase of evolution? I don't know. Maybe. More to say about that maybe at a later time. Just for now, I'll just, as Howard Stern always says, just gonna tickle your ass with a feather for that one. So we'll just leave that. I'll leave that for now. But what was I even talking about? This tree, this house, what the hell was I talking about? Hang on a second. So I even talked about, like, seriously about it with Melissa, about converting a picture of Hugh Laurie either to fit the style of this so it actually looked like it belonged here, or just an actual photograph of Hugh Laurie stitched in here. And I really strongly considered it, and I talked about it with Melissa in a very serious way. And I thought, as funny as that would be, like, just for like the sake of one laugh that I'm gonna get from people, am I gonna ruin the whole thing? And we kind of came to the conclusion that, yeah, I probably would ruin it. It would be funny, but once the laugh is over, I'll have regretted doing that. So I opted not to do it. So the house stress continued. I didn't know which house to pick until finally it just sort of dawned on me that this thing is littered with squirrels and birds and shit. And squirrels and birds and shit live in trees. And look, there's a tree, and it was the only tree option, really. So once I told myself that, it just became a no-brainer. I'll just do the tree. Easy, right? I think it also gives kind of a nice, like, contrast between there's a tree here and a tree here, but like this one's dark and this one's like light, negative space. Like, it's kind of like tree, birds, squirrels. The birds have a tree, the squirrels have a tree. It's like it's nice, right? I don't know. It was enough. It was enough of a convincingly tree-like animal tree thing that I stopped stressing about it and just like plowed forward with the tree and never gave it a second thought. So I think it looks pretty good. I mean, look at that. Didn't that look good? I think that looks pretty good. So even though I haven't actually stitched October yet, I feel like I can legitimately say that I'm caught up, right? I mean, October hasn't passed. I have all of October to do October, and I don't think it's going to take that long. From looking at the pattern, it doesn't look nearly as much as some of the other ones, and it doesn't look nearly as big as the other sections, unless I cut my fabric wrong, in which case this is just like 3 months worth of garbage. Anybody want it? Can you imagine? If I've mentioned this before, but that's my biggest fear with doing stuff like this, is that I'm going to get to the bottom and realize I cut it wrong and it doesn't fit. It's never happened, and knock on wood, knock, it never will happen. But every time I get to, like, I saw this and I was like, that doesn't look as big as the other sections. So hopefully it's not as big as the other sections, because if it is, I didn't give myself enough room, I don't think. So, but I think that's going to be fine. I don't think it's going to take very long. And I'll finish October and I won't have anywhere else to go until November. Even if I wanted to, I'll be caught up and I'll be done. I'll be able to work on my other things. Just like that. It's done. I'm caught up. Isn't that exciting? I think I remember why I cut back on the beard during this video. I just feel like I have no idea what I just said. I have no idea if it made any sense. I'm too old. I'm too old for this shit. But I mean, on the other hand, I do have one more right here, and I already opened it, so it would be a shame to waste it, right? I can't waste it. All right, that's all I have as far as like progress to show. But now that I'm caught up with a bunch of stuff, and the next sections that I have to do are not that significant, I feel like everything's gonna get back to normal. I might have progress on everything next time. What? Maybe I'll even start new things. Maybe I'll start all the things. I might have so much to show next time that we're gonna have to make 2 videos. I don't know. We'll wait and see. So the last couple of times after I showed my whips, that was where I did my Stitchy Kindness and Happy Mail that I received, but I didn't get any Stitchy Kindness or Happy Mail in the last couple of weeks. What's up with that? I mean, I tell you every time you don't have to send me stuff. It's really not necessary, but like, it is necessary. Why didn't you send me anything? Mary, where's all my presents? I also only have one question for an Ask Me Anything thing, but an Ask Me Anything thing. Whoa, Inception. So it's only one question, but I feel like it's a good one. So I think it's worth doing. So we're gonna do it. I think I play better when I'm drinking. What was I doing? What was the point of this? Ask me anything? Alrighty, I got a question. Wait till you see how I butcher this name. I butcher the easiest names. This is a question that I got from Don Tomzik. Sorry. And it's a long one, but it's a good one. It says, Stitch Man, why do you end your Heaven and Earth stitchings on exactly the little squares? Isn't there sometimes a stitch or two just outside of the 10 by 10 square in the same color you already have on your needle that you could just hop over and complete? Or do you just say, nope? Well, short answer, I just say, nope. Nope. There is a real answer. I'll give you a real answer. I think I've kind of talked about this before. Maybe not like this specifically, but sort of. Like this, for example. Like I didn't fill in the rest of this yet because I was tired. But like say like this color right here. Right here. See? Like this little stitch right here. Isn't there like sometimes one stitch right here or 1 or 2 stitches right here I could just jump over and do that? Yeah, sometimes. Or like this. It always seems like I end, or when I'm showing it, like there's no, shouldn't there be some random messy stitches somewhere in here? Okay, so let's have a drink first. Are you all drinking with me? You better be. So the answer to why I do that is, believe it or not, like I do like to do 10 by 10 blocks, and like I'm kind of methodical about it or whatever, but not as much as maybe I have let on, because I do that. I do that. Like if I'm sitting down and I know I've got several hours ahead of me, I don't just do 1 or 2 blocks at a time and I'm like, you know, it's set in stone. If there are colors here and I see that there are more here, or even like sometimes the whole way across, I will do that. It really has more to do with the fact that when I stitch from my laptop, and when I zoom in on it, this is what fits on my screen. So I can't see off to the side or down below, or I can't see around it. I can only see a maximum of 2 squares at a time based on how I'm zooming in. Now maybe, since I've been doing other things, and since I've been doing especially the Jacob thing, and I haven't been doing it that way, I've just been doing, like I've been stitching differently than I normally do, and I kind of like it. So maybe going forward, maybe I'll zoom out a little bit and not be locked in to just a square or 2 at a time, because I do kind of like just stitching, you know, if this goes down here and this is over, I'm burping, but if this goes over whatever, you know what I mean? Like to do that instead of being locked into a square or 2 at a time. Maybe I'll do that. What was I saying? Okay, so as I'm going, if I've got it, like I'm starting the evening, or I've got an evening ahead of me, I'll do what I can see, or sometimes even beyond that. And like, I'm not just going to stop and rethread my needle because I'm so OCD that I have to stop here. But if I know that this is as much as I thought I could do before I was going to bed last night, so I didn't even finish it. So if I know that like this is where I'm going to end, I do like to end in a spot where I can just pick it up easily the next time I work on it, and know exactly where I am, and not have to see all this, like which stitch was this and which stitch was this. And like I don't save the highlighted symbols on my PDF. I close it every time without saving it. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I need Pattern Keeper. Yeah. Get out of here. So if I know I'm ending for the evening, I do like to try to end in a place where no matter how long it's been since I worked on it before, I can just pick it up and easily know where I am. But as I'm stitching, I do sometimes, it looks like more of a mess than 1 block at a time. And I do continue on other places. And if I zoom out, maybe it'll be all over the place. Like this fits on my screen when I zoom in. So that's why I go even like a row. I'll make a messy row, but I can't see more than that row when I zoom in. I can't see down here. So that's why I do that. But if I zoom out, I could see that. So maybe I'll start doing that. Did that even address the question? I have no idea. Ew, that's ugly. Ask me anything. All right, so I think that's all I've got for today. Felt like kind of a mess. I hope that I can piece it together in some way that makes at least a little bit of sense. So next time, plans for next time. Here, Mark, I'll hold myself to it because I'm going to say what I'm going to do. This is going to be done. This whole October section. This is going to be done. Wherever the October section is in here is going to be done. This is going to be significantly ahead of where it is right now. And this is going to be at least worked on. What? I'm going to get back to stuff? Yes, I am. That's what I'm going to do between now and the next time I sit here. I'm going to do all of those things at the very least. And I'm going to try to make it sooner than 3 weeks from now. Just for me, even like 3 weeks is too, like I miss it. And I don't like to wait 3 weeks in between videos without doing something, even if it's not this floss tube. I need to do something because like I do really miss it. It's too long for me. I'm not going to use the word jealous, even though I almost just did. But I'm envious of Chris and his ability to put out a video every single week that is as good or better than the last one, and it's just week after week after week, and like it seems so fast paced that sometimes I'm like, hey, Chris has a new video that we haven't watched yet, and then I go and check and he's got another new one, and like because it's so fast and they're all so good, and like I want that. I want to do that. I mean, you know, whatever. 3 weeks is too long is all I'm saying for me. Whether it's too long, you might get sick of me. You might like, okay, that wasn't worth doing. But like, I don't like to wait so long in between without talking to you and seeing you. And like, I know I can't see you, but you know what I mean. doing stuff. I don't, you know, yeah, I feel like you know what I mean. And I should just stop talking. So in conclusion, let's all grab our drinks. Let's cheers to each other. Let's get lots of stitching done and lots of happiness and lots of everything, and go check out the people that I mentioned, and you can follow me and you can follow everybody and you can follow Melissa on Instagram, and I'll try to be a little bit more active on this. Sometimes I don't post stuff on Instagram because I want to save it for the videos, but like, fuck that. That's stupid. So I'm going to try to be a little bit more active on Instagram than I have been. And, cheers. See you next time. It won't be too long. And